Hello, welcome to DevLog 3 in my Minecraft Roguelike, and I've got a few large additions to the actual game itself to show you guys today. Last update was a pretty lousy one, did not get a lot done. A lot more done today. As you can see, the behemoth has gotten a 4th layer. I have actually named her the behemoth officially, as you can see. But right here we have the official start button. This is literally as advertised. It is the official start button. It'll go through this mechanism with purposeful delays to make sure everything is able to load in time. So obviously it lags just a little bit. I'm going to work on optimizing it as soon as I can. And look at this. We have a fully generated dungeon with enemies. We have slimes. We have skeletons, witches that are supposed to be rare. And this is a horrible generation. I am planning on setting up a system that will be more efficient in generation. Oh, yes, also I forgot to mention the moss. As you can see, every single wall has randomly generated moss. Okay, this is horrible. Okay, let's try that again. Ah, here we go. Look at this. As you can see, there are cave spiders as well as the big mama spider. Obviously much larger than the average spider is. There are 3 different types of skeletons. Skeletons with nothing on, no armor. Skeletons with leather armor, and skeletons with chainmail armor. Obviously one is more common than the other. These large spiderweb patches have a chance to spawn cave spiders, as well as, of course, the big spider, but it's rare for a bigger spider. And usually it's just the small spiders. This is the plan for just the first level. As you can see, there's not really that much. There's only 4 enemies. 5 if you count the spider as a different type than the cave spiders. Slimes, spiders, spiders again, skeletons, and witches. Which, obviously, we haven't seen any, because they're supposed to be rare. But they'll pop up. My next addition is definitely going to be, as a comment said, a thing to guarantee a spawn room, which will basically generate a dungeon much smoother, as if it already knows where to start and where to make a room, all the hallways will come in much easier. That was a very good idea that I forego on accident, I guess. But that's all we have on the visual side of things. I can show you on the technical side if you are interested. I will get into this right now. Here is the moss. And this is how I'm doing the moss system. It is just 24 structure blocks plus these 4 right here, so 28 structure blocks. This is for doorways, specifically. It detects it as a doorway. And every single black wall has a chance to spawn a structure block. Boom. And nothing on this side has changed yet, but up here at the 4th layer, I can show you guys what's going on and how this works. So this right here, this layer is generation. This layer decides all the generation of the wool. This layer here decides data for cosmetics. And this one is enemies. This layer is entirely enemies. It basically just it detects what block is down there, and if it is a plausible block for an enemy, it runs a random chance. An example is right here. If there's a cobweb in the specific middle spot of the tile, you can see down there, these 2 are the only ones that have the middle tile selected. Then it will run random 1 out of 100. And so if it's lower than 50, which is what this means right here, then it will summon a cave spider that is a little bit smaller, and does a little bit of damage. And this one will also summon a cave spider. This one will also summon a cave spider. So 3 cave spiders for every single one that it gets. And then, if it's lower than 25, so it's a 1 in 4 chance, it'll spawn a spider that is larger. 1.4 the size with 13 damage, which is 6.5 hearts. Very damaging. I'm pretty sure it is. If I'm wrong, please correct me. I love being corrected. And in this, we have a tile. If it is light blue or magenta or purple, as you can see, it does a 1 out of 500. And so these decide if it should spawn a skeleton. Every single one of these is a skeleton, and the top 2 are witches. No, the top 3 are slimes, and this one right here is witches. Yep. And now I can show what I've done for this official start button. This is the reset code, copied straight from down there. That one right there, reset map, copy straight. But this one, this last one, it's a redstone block here, which starts everything up. It puts a layer of redstone there, and a single one right here to start this one, and then it gets rid of the redstone block right here. So this triggers, which now does the second layer, or I think it does the third layer, and then it does the second layer, cosmetics. This one is cosmetics. And this one is moss, I think. Listen, I know it's my creation, and I should know what every command block does, and I do. I promise. It's just, it's a lot of blocks. It's confusing to keep track of everything. Forgive me, please. But I do know that this one teleports. Whoops. It detects where the player spawn room is, and it teleports the player there. It also kills all armor stands, which is why, for once, the side of my screen is not covered in data. A little bit of lag, and we're going to solve that by just making the player be blind for a little bit. Here we are again. See, look at this. This is a much chiller spawn. Never mind, there's 3 skeletons. Few spiders, big spider. Don't hear any witches, though. There has been a glitch where witches spawn in the walls, and I do not know how to fix that. I've tried a lot of things, but it doesn't happen all the time, so I may have to just leave it in and let it be for the rest of the dev process. The lanterns are really simple. It detects if it's an open area, and then it runs a chance to set block, chain, lantern, hanging. I think it looks beautiful, and soul lanterns are wonderful. I think the player should just have a single torch. If you have Optifine or some other dynamic lighting, you can just use that and hold it. Or you can place it. And that works. It'll be very good. You can see across everywhere. So basically, I have almost a play feature. I just need to set up a system where the player spawns with specific attributes that I decide, and I needed to figure out a way to go to the next level of the dungeon. Because this is supposed to be the first one. That's why there is a low percentage of enemies. There will be more unique enemies later in the game. Right now we just have the behemoth. And, well, she's beautiful. The next level is going to be a complete carbon copy of this, but with tweaked chances. So it'll be more dangerous. And obviously I do need to work on cosmetics as well. Currently there's only a little bit of cosmetics. And then I will finally do the thing that I've been putting off this entire time, which is loot boxes. I'm absolutely terrified of loot boxes. I've gotten some very good suggestions about loot boxes, and I completely agree. I think a lot of them are good, but if you have any more, please tell me. I'm thinking currently just a chest to exist. Boom. You know what I mean? That'll have stuff, and then I can probably manipulate the skeleton's rate of items dropped to make them drop their swords and armor more often. Right now they just drop bones. One thing that I'm considering is making a system that you have to kill enough enemies to escape, but the issue is that runs off of RNG, because what if not a lot of enemies spawn? But maybe then I can just add a cap, or a whatever the opposite of a cap is for enemies. So enemies must spawn. Whatever. Like I said, if you have any suggestions for what to do, how to code it, what enemies to put in, and what loot boxes or whatever the chests would be, anything at all, please tell me. I really love suggestions. I think like this is not just my project. I have friends giving me suggestions as well. I can't take credit for every single idea in this project already. So please give me anything that you have. It's absolutely appreciated. And really I just want your time. Thank you for watching. This is the third devlog. I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.